for me when you're ready. It's on? Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nigel Royce, and I'm coming to you with a topic that undeniably affects people who are Christian, Jewish, Muslim, atheist, and of all different faiths. This issue affects white people, Hispanics, Asians, Indian, and Native American. But this issue primarily plagues the black community in the United States of America. It's very crucial that I note that according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, African American adults are 70% more likely than non-Hispanic white adults to have been diagnosed with diabetes by a physician. Diabetes is a long-term condition where there is a high blood sugar and the person suffers from problems producing insulin. Most of you are wondering what causes diabetes and why is it that most African Americans seem to be at a higher risk or even affected than other minorities. First, it is important to note that diabetes actually has two types. Type 1 diabetes occurs when the body fails to produce insulin, and as a result, the person must take insulin throughout every day of their lives. Type 1 is generally inherited, and environmental factors also play a role. Now, type 2 diabetes, on the other hand, is the more common form of diabetes. When someone is diagnosed with this form of diabetes, they either cannot produce enough insulin or they cannot use its own insulin when it should. The two main reasons why diabetes is prevalent in the African American community is because of obesity and poor diet. African Americans tend to have a higher levels of blood sugar and fat according to the Centers of Disease Control. If diabetes is not managed properly, then it can turn into a deadly disease. Most greasy foods and heavy sugar intake and a lack of fruits and vegetables contribute to the rise of obesity and, in many cases, cancer. Shockingly enough, according to a 2012 study by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 4 out of 5 African American women are obese. So how can these health problems be reversed? How do we start to make the community change? As Michael Jackson once said, it starts with the man in the mirror. By educating the masses, making lifestyle changes, and losing weight, we can definitely make a start at putting an end to what could be a deadly disease. This is a problem that affects many minorities, but hits the African American community the hardest, unfortunately. Please join the African American Diabetes Program that I established, and let us help our brothers and our sisters to rise and create awareness for diabetes. I thank you very much for your patience.